So hello and welcome to a brand new video on Linux basics. In this video we're going to talk about different Linux commands and how you can use it in your own system. So let's start by making a new directory. Let's say mkdir and we can provide the directory name. Let's name it Linux basics because we are learning about Linux. So Linux basic. After making a directory, we are not inside it currently, so we want to go inside the directory. What we can do is type cd to change directory into Linux basics, and here you can see that we are inside the Linux basics folder or directory right now. Now, okay, we got into a new directory, but what happens if we want to go back to this YouTube directory? In this case, you can use cd full stop and slash. If we type this and enter, we are back inside the YouTube. Okay, we are back inside the YouTube folder, and we can do this command cd linux basics again, and we are inside the new directory that we just created. Now, inside the directory you would want to create a new file generally. So there are a lot of different ways in which we can create a new file. We can use touch command, which will create empty files for you. So let's say 1.txt, or we can also use vi or vim command to create a file and open the text editor for it as well. So when I press enter, this is the vim text editor. Now, Vim text editor can be a little overwhelming at first, but it is really easy if you just understand it a little bit. So I'm inside the Vim editor. If I want to write something, I can just press I, and you can see that it is saying that the insert mode is on. So I can type anything over here. Let's type something like this is the second file. Okay, and to exit the Vim editor, you need to press escape and keep your eyes over here. Okay, colon WQ. Now this W stands for write and Q stands for quit. So whatever I have written in the file currently will be saved. Okay, so let's code this, and we can also use the ls command to list out all the files that are inside the current directory. So ls, there is 1.txt that we made using touch, there is 2.txt that we made using vi2.txt. You can also use nano, which is also another text editor that is inside the Linux, Ubuntu and everything, but I don't prefer it personally. And after this, we can also use a command known as cat. Now, cat is used to print different things that are inside a file. So we can use cat2.txt, and this will print that this is the second file. So what happens if we press cat1.txt? Nothing, because there is nothing inside the 1.txt file because we created using touch. So what happens if I have accidentally written something inside a file but I don't want to save it? So let's say I'm using a text editor vi1.txt and I press enter. I accidentally wrote oops, this was an error. Simple. Okay, but I don't want to save this. So what I will do is escape colon, and I will press Q to quit, and I will press exclamation mark. Now this basically tells the editor that I want to quit the text editor, but I don't want to save any changes that are inside it. Okay, so if I cat 1.txt again, you can see nothing was printed because we did not save it. Now after that, we have the remove command. So let's say I have 1.txt is empty. I don't really want this for myself. I can just type rm 1.txt, and this will remove the file. So we can type ls, and the file was removed. Now, okay, we have removed the file, but what happens if we want to remove our directory? So we can create a new directory for it. Remove this, remove this. And if we want to remove this directory, there are two options. We can use the rmdir, which will only remove the directory if it is empty. So let's not do this right now. Okay, let's create another directory, and let's name it non-empty, or anything. You can name it anything, non-empty. And I will actually go inside this, or you can go inside it by using cd, or if you want to create a file without going inside this directory, you can type vi, and you can provide the folder name non-empty, and we can provide the name of the file that we wanted to create. So let's say we want to create 3.txt over here. This will open the editor, and this is the third file, and we can exit it. So now there are two folders, non-empty and remove this. So this is the non-empty folder. If I type rmdir to for remove this, what you can see is that remove this folder or directory was deleted. But if I type the same command for non-empty, it will throw an error. It will say that rmdir failed to remove non-empty directory, not empty. So we cannot remove a directory that is not empty by using the rmdir command. To remove a non-empty directory, we need to use the rm/r, which stands for recursive, and the directory name. I'm going to press ls. We can see that the directory was indeed deleted. Okay, so we have learned how we can create a file. We have learned how we can create a directory, remove a directory. We also have learned. Okay, yeah, we have also learned how we can remove a file. After this, let's see if we wanted to move a file from somewhere to somewhere, what we can do. Let's create another directory, mkdir new, and let's say I want to uh, let's say touch 3.txt. Okay, there is a 3.txt file. I want to move 3.txt to the new folder. Let's say move 3.txt, and we will just provide the path. So we want to move it inside the new folder, so we'll just write new folder slash and 3.txt. You can rename the file too. If I type something other than let's say if I type 1.txt, this will move the this will move the file, but it will also rename the file to 1.txt. Let's not complicate it. Let's make it 3.txt for now. So it has we can also write new ls new, and there is 3.txt inside the new directory. But let's say I wanted to rename my file, because inside the new directory there is only one file, and I want to name it to 1.txt. So what I can do is mv new and 3.txt. I want to rename it to new and 1.txt. So if I press ls new again, we can see that the 3.txt was changed to 1.txt. Oh, this is really basic. Nothing is over here. Let's say if I want to move this 1.txt back to the Linux basics folder, because currently inside the Linux basics there is 1.txt, 2.txt, and the new folder. So what I can do is mv new slash 1.txt. I want to move it to 1.txt. This just means that inside the current directory you can type like this, or you can type like this. So inside the current directory 1.txt, and if I press ls, you can see 1.txt is here, 2.txt is here, and if I press ls new, there is nothing inside the new directory. Now some life hacks. Let's say this is like really cluttered right now. I want to make some space for myself. Okay, so I'm not confused. I can just do Control L, or you can type clear as well. Both of them will clean your terminal like this. After this, we also have a command known as man, which stands for manual, and you can just see the user manual for any command that you want to. Let's say we were just learning about mv command. We can do an man mv, and this will list out everything. There is the move, rename files, synopsis, description, all the different flags that are here. We can target directory, we can add suffixes, we can add no clover, interactive force, everything is there. Okay, so we can use the manual. We can also do the man ls, and we will be able to see ls list directory contents and all the different flags that are here. So that's fine. After this, let's learn about a command known as who am I. This will actually print whatever or whoever the current user is. The current user is root, so it will print out root. If the current user was, let's say, varchasv, it will just print out varchasv over here. After this, we also have a command known as date, which will just print out the date that is currently in the with the time. So day and time. And we also can use a package manager. Now there are different package managers inside different Linux distros. Let's say I'm currently using Ubuntu, so the package manager that I would be using is apt. Now there is a package manager called yum. There is a package manager in JavaScript, which is npm. So there are different package managers, but because I'm in Linux distro, I will use apt, and I can do update to update all the current packages. So apt update, and this will update all the packages that are inside my system. As you can see, there is a GitHub CLI, there is a HashiCorp, Grafana, GitHub CLI again, and these are all the different packages that are here, which were not updated basically. So it will update everything. Now I can also press Ctrl C to exit this command forcefully. It is completed, so I don't want to right now. So I can also do apt upgrade, because it's saying that 26 packages can be upgraded. If I type apt upgrade, it will upgrade the packages, but I don't really want to right now. After this, we can also download some packages. Let's see, I have a currently I have a completely new system. I don't have Git uh inside my system. I can type apt install Git, and this will install the Git package. I don't want to, because I've already installed it. Yeah, Git is already the newest, so I really don't want to install it. And after that, I can also ping different websites to see if the website is up or not. I can do ping google.com, and I will get value from it. That means Google is up. Okay, so we can also use ping Amazon or any website, and this will ping Amazon, so I don't really want to. After this, we can also do the curl command to get something from somewhere. What we'll get if we use curl command on the Google website. So https and www.google.com. So what we get is this mess, and this is just the HTML code for the page, nothing else. There is also log function, which is the JavaScript. This is the complete page which we are able to see basically. Okay, it's really simple, nothing grand. And yeah, after this we also have sudo. Sudo stands for super user do, and it has all the permissions that are inside here. Okay, so I can do basically anything. I can do any kind of crazy command. I can delete the root user. If you don't understand root user, it is basically the, let's say it is like an operating system for you. Okay, I can delete the root user using sudo command, which will just make it everything Linux and everything inaccessible to me. I don't suggest you do that, but you can do different kinds of things like sudo apt update again, because this is just the most basic. So you can use sudo apt update, and this will also provide all the permissions that it didn't have earlier. And I think this is it. If you are currently a beginner in Linux, I think these are all the commands that you should know. But no, there are a lot of different types of commands that are there in Linux, and each of them have their own uses. So I would suggest, if you ever fall into a place where you are not sure what type of command you should use, I would suggest you to ask ChatGPT or Google it yourself, or you can also use the manual command for anything. Let's say man curl, and this will give me the manual curl, transfer a URL. Curl is a tool to transfer data, and everything is here. Okay, so just be more proactive in the learning, and it will be really easy for you to learn anything. So that was it. I will see you in the next video.